Hello friends, welcome to educators.com. In last video we have seen storage classes. Now we'll discuss preprocessors in C. The topics which we are going to cover are preprocessor in C, macro expansion, macro with arguments, macro versus functions, then file inclusion, then we'll see directive like hash if not defined, endif, hash define and hash endif. Now preprocessor is a program that processes our source program before it is passed to the compiler. If you'll check out this diagram, then you can see initially we have handwritten program which we write in text editor and creates .c file. Then preprocessor will expand the source code and creates .i file. Then compiler will compile the code and obj file will be created, that is the object code. Then linker will provide linking and exe is created, that is the executable code which will be executed later. Now macro expansion. We have hash define upper 25, means macro can be defined with hash define, then name of the macro and then its value can be given. Then wherever in our program this macro name appears, it will be replaced by that value. So here this upper is called as macro templates, whereas 25 is called as macro expansion. This is a simple macro, but we can even have a macro with arguments. This will work just like function. Like we have hash define area x, x is a argument, and then we got definition of area which is using x. That formula is using x. So whenever we'll call area, as we have called it over here, r1 will be assigned to x and this formula will be replaced at the place where we have called the macro. Now, so for small functions we can use macro. Now if we check the difference between macro and function, then we can say usually macros make the program run faster but increases program size, whereas functions make the program small and compact. If we use macro 100 times in a program, then the macro expansion goes into our source code at 100 different places. Thus it increases the program size, because as we have seen, macro definition will be copied at the place we have called macro. On other hand, if the function is used, then even if it is called from 100 different places in the program, it would take the same amount of space in the program, because its definition will not be replaced at the place where we have called it. But passing argument to macro has no impact on program performance, since they have already been expanded and placed in the source code before compilation. But passing arguments to a function and getting back the return value does take time and would therefore slow down the program. So we can use macro for small functions only, but if lines of code is more, then we should use functions, as it should not get replaced. Then we have file inclusion. This directive causes one file to be included in another. The preprocessor command for this is hash include and file name in double quotes. For example, hash include goto.c. Now this command would look for this file goto.c in a current directory as well as the specified list of directories as mentioned in the include search path that might have been set up. But if we have hash include with goto.c in an angular bracket, then this command would look for the file in the specified list of directories only. So when we create some file and we want to include that file into another file, so we keep it in a current directory. That time we use hash include with the file name in a double quotes. Then we have directive as hash if and def, then hash define and hash endif. So it means that if not defined, then It is used to test whether a constant is defined or not. If not defined, then it can be defined using hash define, and then it ends with the hash endif. For example, we can have hash if and def message. If it is not defined, then we are defining hash define message hello, and then ending it with the endif, hash endif. Now in our application, we can use message macro, and at that place the value given for message will be replaced. So this program will give output as hello. So this way we have seen preprocessors. Now we'll check out this practically. In this program again we are having hash include, stdio.h and conio.h. These are the header files. Then main is the entry point of our application. Now if we want to define that upper macro, then we'll go for hash define. Then the name normally starts with this, we'll have the capital letters for macro, and this upper is 25. Now in our application we can use it at the place where we want. So I'll make this value bit less, say 5. Then I can use it in a for loop. So if we have integer I as a counter, then I will initialize to 0, then I is less than say upper. So we'll be having, if I'll initialize it to 1, then we'll have less than equal to upper. So we expect 1 2 3 4 5 like this it should be displayed, and then we'll have I++. Now here printf, then I equal to %d, where we'll display value of I. It will display I as 1 2 3 4 5. If we want to display it on a new line, so we can just have \n over here, and this way output will be given. So we can say that wherever this upper keyword is upper macro is used, it will be replaced by 5. This is a simple macro we have. If we want to add macro with argument, then say I have another macro as hash define. Suppose I want to find square. So I have sqr. Now for sqr I'll pass a parameter as x, and then the definition will be x into x. Now wherever I'll use this x, wherever I'll use this sqr, it will be replaced by x into x. Say I have another variable, say val. Now in this val, or I'll make this val as declared here. Then if I have val equal to sqr of say 2, and then I'll display this val. Square equal to %d, where I'll display this val. Now if I'll execute this, now here capital X is given, so it is giving error. That we need to remove here, because our parameter is a small x. Then we'll execute it. So you can see square is 4. So here the whole formula is copied at the place we are giving that macro. But when we use macro, we have to take some precaution also, because suppose in this example, if I haven't given this bracket, so bracket will not be taken at this place. And suppose I have something like this. Say I want to have 4 divided by square of 2, that is 4 by 4 it will have, and it should give value as a 1. But if we'll execute this, then we'll get value as a 4. Now the reason is, when we have the square 2, that time x into x will be replaced as it is. So it will be 2 into 2. So it will become 4 by 2 into 2. So first 4 by 2 will be executed, which will give 2 and then 2 into 2. But we will get proper output if we'll provide this bracket. As precedence will be given to this execution of bracket, so square will be found first, that will be 4, and then 4 by 4, that is 1, will be given this way. So when we use macro, we have to remember that the macro definition will be replaced as it is at the place we are calling that macro. Now we'll check out the directive, which is hash define, hash if not defined then define. So we have hash if and if message, then we will define it. Define message as hello, and then we'll have hash end if. Now here in our application we can just call message directly. It will be the string value, so I'll go for %s and we'll display here message. So if I'll execute this, now here it is if, so by mistake this ed has come, so I have to make it if, and this way we'll get hello displayed. Means we are saying if message is not defined, then define it, and then end if. So this way we can use this directive. Now finally, if we want to include a file into another file, then as we have discussed that we have to create a file. Suppose I'll create a new file, say hash include stdio.h and kunio.h, and simply one variable I'll keep here equal to 100. And then we can save this file. With .c extension, suppose prep demo prep.c suppose. So now in our file where we want to include it, we can go for hash include prep.demo prep.c hash include prep.c in double quotes, and the variable also we can reuse here. So this way we can add using double quotes if it is a local directive. You can execute it like this. So we have seen different preprocessor, that is macro with argument. Then we have seen hash if not defined, then define and end if. Then we have seen how to include a file. Then we have seen difference between macro and function and when to go for which approach. Now in next video we will check out a more pragma directive, and again we'll discuss about dynamic memory allocation. Thank you.